Hello, and welcome to Elevate Jeff City. I'm your host, Keesha King. On Elevate Jeff City, we bring awareness and attention to organizations in the community that help and reach out to local community citizens. Here today, I have Kristy Callaway, Executive Director of Dreams to Reality. Hello, Kristy.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm great. Thanks for having us.
Oh, thank you for being here.
Appreciate it.
So can you tell us a little bit about Dreams to Reality and how it started and what it is that you all do?
Sure. Dreams to Reality, our mission is, it's a long mission. We help low-income women of Missouri to reach their employment goals and build self-confidence by providing them with appropriate business and interview, apparel, motivation, and follow-up support. So it's kind of a broad mission.
Right.
But as far as how we got started, it's kind of basic. It's an interesting story. Our founder, one of our founders, Faye Zumwalt, was doing some interviews in a rural area and had called ahead of time to let them know when she set up the interviews that one of the checklists on her interview sheet was going to be, is the candidate dressed appropriately? Mm-hmm. And she wanted to let them know ahead of time that that was going to be on there. So she called ahead and let them know. Thankfully she did, and lots of candidates came out and applied for the position, and she spent the day interviewing. At the conclusion of the day, she found out that several women who did not have the means to have interview suits or dress appropriately had gone in together, put together a suit, and were changing in the bathrooms in between the interviews to be able to get that check on the box to be able to pass their interviews for the job. So after hearing this, Faye, I thought that, you know, there's just got to be a better way. And luckily was able to join up with several other community members and who were trying to kind of do the same thing. And Dreams to Reality was kind of born out of the idea that the community gives clothes. Dreams to Reality sorts through it, processes it, and then gives it to the clients who need it. Women who are out there trying to keep jobs, get jobs, provide for their families. That's our client, and that's kind of how Dreams to Reality came to be about almost 12 years ago.
So how do your clients find out about Dreams to Reality, or are they referred there, or how does that work?
Sure, good question. A lot of our clients are referred, all of our clients are referred from somewhere. A lot of them are from agencies, other United Way agencies. We get quite a few referrals from Central Missouri Community Action, some from Rape and Abuse Crisis, American Red Cross, all these really great agencies that are trying to help people. We can help take their mission a little bit farther by helping their clients get these interview clothes. Also, we have churches. Mm-hmm. We've actually had some employers call us and say, you know, I've hired this person for their job. I think they're great, but I know that they do not have the means to be dressed the way we need them to dress in this job. Is there some kind of help you can work out with us? So it really comes from just about any place. All we need is for the agency or the employer to call our office. We can fax them a referral form. They fill it out, fax it back, and we'll call the client.
Okay, and so how, I know that you all provide clothes to women, low-income women, so that they can get jobs, but do you all have any other services or things that you do for women so that they can get jobs?
We're very specific in our mission. We've talked about several different things, but we decided that we wanted to do one thing and do it really, really well. So we really focus on the image of the client that's referred. Mm-hmm. We want the inward skills of the applicant to match the outward appearance. Mm-hmm. So that is our overall goal. We do work with them quite a bit when they're in our office for their appointments. We make sure that they are comfortable with shaking hands, comfortable in a professional setting. We go over any questions they might have. We leave them with a couple pages of interview tips. And we just kind of role play a lot whenever they're there, because a lot of times when they're dressed in that suit, it's the first time they've seen themselves as a professional person ever. Mm-hmm. So we want to take advantage of that and get them comfortable with that new person that they're seeing.
So can you tell me about maybe like a success story that you've had, or some outreach missions that you have done that you know succeeded or helped somebody?
Sure, sure. One of my favorite stories actually is of a client that we served. It was a couple of years ago. She came in and she was in the middle of some serious life changes, and it had just kind of caught her off guard, like it does many of our clients, and she was making a new plan. And that included, you know, she needed to get a new job while she was going to school and provide for her children. And it was just a really difficult time in her life when she came into the office for her appointment. We dressed her head to toe in an interview suit so she could go on interviews. And we also are very big on the whole entire look. So we also provide accessories. We're women. We're very excited about the accessories.
It doesn't just stop at the clothes.
That's right. Well, it gives the personality of the client. It really shows that personality. So that was the last step. We let her pick out some accessories, and one of the things she picked out was a ring. And she said that that ring, she felt like the ring that she got was so special to her. She felt like it gave her superpowers. And so the confidence that came out of just that little piece of jewelry that someone had donated to us was so huge to her. She went out, she got her job, she did her schooling, she finished school, she got another great job, and she actually has served on our board.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So we've talked about how you all give these clothes to women. How to do dreams to reality? How do you guys get these clothes that you're providing?
Oh, wonderful, generous support from the community. My goodness, I just got done adding up our numbers from last year, and we have documented nearly 10,000 pieces.
Oh my goodness. That is quite a bit.
Yeah, donated to Dreams to Reality. And when you consider we're only actually open 8 hours a week, that is a lot to receive, process, and move around. So just to take you all through that step, that process, when somebody cleans out their closet and they've got some gently used items, we ask that they are cleaned and hanging when they come into the office. Jefferson City had a little bed bug issue, so we ask that they're hanging and that they've been dry cleaned. And the community is really good at helping us out with that. Brought those items into us. We have volunteers then sort through it, and whatever anybody wants to give us, we'll take. It doesn't have to be a certain season or anything like that. So then the volunteers will sort through it. They'll either keep the items for our actual inventory in the office, or two other things might happen to clothing items that are donated. If we don't keep it in the office, if it's not something that we feel is appropriate to put a client in, we'll either sell it on our boutique sale, or we'll send it on to another non-for-profit organization that can use it. Salvation Army, Disabled American Veterans. We've sent some clothes to the nursing homes, the School for the Deaf. So we're really big on sharing and getting these clothes to who needs it. The boutique sale is really great because it helps us raise money for the size clothing that often the general public just doesn't donate that our clients may need. So it all gets used, it's all tax deductible, and it's all very, very helpful to us.
Okay. And so you said that you guys are only open 8 hours out of the week. So how many volunteers do you all have that participate?
It's a lot of work for 8 hours, but that's because we have such wonderful, dedicated volunteers. On file, we have over 200 volunteers. A lot of those are involved with our fundraising and our marketing and PR, so they're a little bit more as projects are needed. But we have several volunteers that are hands-on in the office, dressing clients as they come in. We have volunteers that work in our garden and our building maintenance. We have volunteers that work as administration, answering phones, filing paperwork, and of course going through those many items that are donated to us. So we have volunteer opportunities just across the board for anybody who wants to be involved, and we never have enough volunteers. We can always use more, but it takes a lot to keep that office running. And the hours that we're open are Tuesdays and Thursdays, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Now, we are open the first Saturday of each month from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., and that's when we really like the community to bring in their clothes, because we have the most volunteers to assist them, to get them in and out as quickly as possible.
Okay. And if somebody would like to volunteer, what steps should they take to become a volunteer?
Definitely call the office, come by on the times we're open. I think we're getting ready to show the contact information here in a minute. Just call the office. If we don't pick up, because like I said, 8 hours, just leave us a message and someone will get back to you, and we'll call you in and meet with you. We have a little bit of volunteer training. It's not huge or extensive, but we do have some things that we have to go through, especially if they want to work with the client. We have some we take our confidentiality with our clients very seriously, so we have some steps in place for that. But yeah, just give us a call. We'd love to have the help.
So Dreams to Reality, where is it located at in Jefferson City?
Okay, we're at 512 Jefferson Street. So we're right across from the drive-up tellers at Central Bank. It's actually a Central Bank building. We are very blessed that Central Bank provides this building to us free of charge. So we are right across the street from there, and there's a little sign that says Dreams to Reality out in front.
Now, the Dreams to Reality that's in Jefferson City, is that the only one in Missouri, or where is the next closest one, just in case somebody sees this and they're not located in Jefferson City?
That's a good question. It is the only one in Missouri. It's actually the only one in the United States. We decided there is an overall organization similar to ours that's nationwide, and the board looked at that when they developed the when they were developing the organization, and they decided that they wanted to be able to respond to the local community need, and that might not happen if they were belonging to a national organization. So they decided to keep it 100% local, though we will serve anybody in Missouri who is not already living in a place that's served by another similar agency.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Kristy, for coming and talking to us and telling us about Dreams to Reality. I hope that there is a woman out there that is seeing this and listening to this, and one day you might be able to help her or inspire her in her hopes to have a career and take care of her family. All right. Thank you, guys. We'll be back after this brief message.
When it's time for lunch, a sandwich is a quick and easy choice. And with the right ingredients, it can be good and good for you. So I'm here today to see who can build the ultimate sandwich. All right, when the time is up, our judges will give you their scores. Ready, set, go! Okay, Jason starts out with a multi-grain roll. Ooh, Allison stuffing her pita with, yes, spinach, a great source of iron. Jason isn't skipping on the protein, adding plenty of smoked turkey, just like Allison's putting the finishing touches with crispy red bell peppers for a dose of vitamin A. Time! It looks like we have a tie. We'll need to call in our special guest referee.
Now, these are what I call quick, delicious lunches. Whole grain breads, a whole variety of ingredients. There are so many different ways to build delicious, healthy sandwiches. These two get high marks in every category. I'd say you're both winners. America.
Let's get healthy together.
Hello, and welcome back to Elevate Jeff City. Here I have with me Leslie Kern, Executive Director of Pregnancy Help Center, and the guest that she's brought with us. How are you today, Leslie?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, so go ahead and tell me a little bit about the Pregnancy Help Center and how it came about.
Well, thank you very much for having us.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for coming.
I really appreciate the opportunity to talk about the Pregnancy Help Center of Central Missouri, and I'll just call it PHC for short.
Okay.
We're located at 1011 Southwest Boulevard, and it's only been open for less than a year. We opened in March of 2012. And we're open Monday through Thursday from 9 to 5, and that is a little bit longer than other centers because we want to meet the needs that the community has. We provide help and support for women that have unplanned pregnancies. And we see clients from all different ages, from different backgrounds and that are in different places in their lives, but they all have one thing in common, and that is that they're facing a very big change in their lives with a possible pregnancy. And so we want to be there to provide help for them. The PHC is under the direction of a medical advisor. We offer free pregnancy tests and ultrasound scans to verify the pregnancy. We have a licensed counselor, and we provide educational materials and one-on-one mentoring. We also refer our clients to other resources, so other agencies and organizations that can meet the needs of the clients. It might be that they need help finding a doctor or obtaining insurance, or maybe a place to live. Possibly the mom is looking into adoption. And so we can refer our clients to these different resources and find the help that they need. And we will even make first contact if they want us to. Another helpful service that we have is the baby boutique. Each time that a client comes in to visit, they can pick out baby clothes, blankets, diapers, all kinds of baby items that they need. And we provide all of these services to the pregnant woman free of charge to them. And we're able to do that because of donations from different organizations, individuals, churches, just people that are interested in providing help and support to them. And of course, all of our information is completely confidential. And I would like to introduce Lucy. This is Lucia Tito, and she is here from Africa. And she was working on her master's at Lincoln when she discovered that she was expecting. And so I'm going to let her share how PHC helped her.
Thank you, Ms. Leslie, for bringing me here to share my story. I finished Lincoln University last year, December, in a master's program in environmental science. And by the grace of God, I finished my school now. The first time I walked to Pregnancy Help Center, it was kind of a bold step I had to take because I wasn't sure if they were going to attend and respond to my needs because I was an international student and I didn't have the green card, or I wasn't a permanent resident and all that. And I knew those questions were going to come. But I just gathered the courage to walk into the Pregnancy Help Center. Lo and behold, I entered the Pregnancy Help Center and I was warmly welcomed. They gave me a seat, and the people who were there just wanted to listen to me, what I had to say, all the questions I wanted to ask, all the things I needed to know. Well, interestingly, they did not ask me anything about whether you were a citizen or you are not a citizen, whether you have green card or not. They just provided me all the questions, all the answers that I needed. For me, at that moment, I knew I was pregnant, I knew I was expecting, but I didn't know where to go to get the necessary medical health facilities and all the other necessary things I needed to carry with my baby and finish school and all that. Pregnancy Help Center provided me with all the counseling that I needed. And like Ms. Leslie said, all the information or everything they discussed with you was strictly confidential. And also, she also mentioned the baby boutique. I went there anytime I went. They were just to provide me with everything that I needed. I got access to use their baby boutique, that I picked out some baby clothes that I needed for my baby. And it was like the Pregnancy Help Center became my second family here back in the States. And like she said, they have longer working hours, so you could just walk in anytime. You could book an appointment and go in, but there were certain days that I didn't need to necessarily book an appointment. I just needed to get answers quick to whatever I was thinking, and I'll walk in there and they'll still provide me with all the necessary answers that I needed. For me, what I think and I still believe is the Pregnancy Help Center, with all this help they provided me, it was like they don't have a description for who we provide services to and who we don't provide services to, especially when you were a pregnant woman. So for me, I think nationality didn't matter, ethnicity didn't matter, and it was like they were just there for you. So long as you have decided you are going to keep your baby, they were there to provide you with everything that you needed. One other thing also I want to share is that the Pregnancy Health Center, actually, they are not just your family, but they are there with you throughout when you have your baby and you still want to have other activities or other programs for them. In my situation, when I had my baby, I had a premature baby, and it will interest you to know that in the emergency room over there, I had some people from the Pregnancy Health Center visit me at the hospital. They were there to provide me the emotional support. They were there to provide me with the love and the care because my family was not here, my husband was not here. It was just me alone caring for that preemie baby, and you can just imagine how all those care and the love they showed me, how it helped me to even recover from my delivery. I also want to share that when I finished having my baby, I left the Pregnancy Health Center. I thought it wise that I also needed to do something back for the Pregnancy Health Center. So when I finished my school at Lincoln, I decided to volunteer at the Pregnancy Health Center. Now, with all my other women out there who are pregnant or they're expecting babies, all I just want you to know is that the Pregnancy Health Center is here for you. They are here to provide you all the support you need, all the care you need. When you have second thoughts, when you don't know what to do, you don't know where to turn to, who to speak with, just pick up the call. Just walk into the center. Don't even book an appointment. Just go there. They are just there to embrace you. We have lovely counselors there. We have people that will say they are mothers because they know what it entails to be pregnant, and they know what it entails to be going through all those emotional stress, having a baby, and they are just there to embrace you. So I would say that the Pregnancy Health Center has helped me a lot, coming from Africa and from a different background. I think and I believe the Pregnancy Health Center is really helping save lives. It's help women around to make some important and very critical decisions in their lives.
That's very touching how they kind of made full circle. You helped her and she came back to help you. That's so wonderful, Lucy. I heard you say that they provided counseling for you. Who is it volunteers that provide counseling, or?
We have a certified counselor, but then we have others that just volunteer to mentor.
Okay.
So that would be women who've had children and can help with those questions that you have when you're expecting, or when you've first delivered and you don't know what to do to help with your baby when they're crying, or you know, what things to look for when it's important to go to the doctor and things like that. So one-on-one mentoring is all volunteer, and then we have one certified counselor that we make appointments with.
Okay. So if a woman is pregnant, what steps does she need to take in order to receive help? I know you said you can just walk in, but do they need to bring any type of information with them, or?
No, you can either call and make an appointment or just walk in, and then we have pregnancy tests, and then if that's positive and they're within the window, then they can have the ultrasound scan.
So what is the window that you're talking about?
From 6 weeks, need to be at least that far along, and then we'll do the ultrasound.
Okay. So what other services? I know you talked about the baby boutique that you all have. What organizations help you all, or what community businesses help you all with these types of services that you provide?
It's just a variety, just multiple different sources. Sometimes women's organizations will have a baby shower, and then they'll donate the items. Same thing with some schools. People just donate money, or if they have gently used clothes, we'll be happy to take those, also baby clothes.
So what made you think, were you the founder of Pregnancy Help Center?
No, actually it was founded by just a group of people who just had a heart for this, and they made plans and just worked to develop it and get it started.
So the one that's located here in Jefferson City, is it part of many or is it the only one? Or?
It is the only one. It's not part of a national organization, but there are other pregnancy resource or help centers that we work with. We share ideas. Like if someone has a client that moves to another city, we will try to help them find another center that might help them. So we certainly do network together, but
That's
we are a
wonderful.
standalone organization.
That's wonderful. Okay, so we've talked a little bit about how you all help the women before they have their baby, or when they just find out that they're expecting. What do you all do anything for them after they give birth to their child?
Well, like with Lucy, we're there to help with whatever they need, and they can still access some diapers and things from the baby boutique if they need, but we'll also be happy to do further counseling or other support.
Yeah, and for me also, even though I had my baby, apart from the volunteering, sometimes when you have some questions that you need answers to managing with your baby, you don't know how to go about taking care of your baby. There are some classes that the Pregnancy Help Center have in place that you could attend, or some videos that you can watch that will help you get answers to some of these questions and how best to bond with your child, and how to, or even sometimes they will refer you to some of the places that have something like parenting classes that will help you to take care of your kid very well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we interact with other agencies. If somebody else is offering classes, we'll certainly refer our clients to those whatever they need, we try to find for them.
So if somebody wants to volunteer at the Pregnancy Help Center, I know you said you have mothers that come in and talk to these women that are about to become mothers. How can volunteers touch bases with you all or become volunteers?
Mm-hmm. Well, we have a website, and on that there is a button to volunteer or to donate, and then we're certainly welcome any phone calls. We'll just call us at 573-644-6635 to volunteer. We'll be happy to have that call.
And you guys are located where? What area is that in?
1011 Southwest Boulevard. Mm-hmm. We are in the same building with a doctor, so it's pretty easy to find, I think, just on Southwest Boulevard.
All right. Well, thank you so much, ladies, for coming in and talking with me about the Pregnancy Help Center. I know there is plenty of women in the Jefferson City area that might be, expecting, or know that they're expecting, or have a young child that might be able to use this and can really be prosperous from hearing you all. And thank you so much, Lucy, for telling your story. It's a very touching story. To be somewhere that you're not from and have to look for help, especially, when you're about to have a child, Mm-hmm. And I also want to say thank you to my viewers for tuning in today. This has been Elevate Jeff City, and I will see you guys again. Thank you.